This is our place, come on in. Our place, so glad you're here. Our place, everybody's welcome. We see God on every face. Love lives here in this place. Welcome to our place, our sweet place.
Hi, I'm Kelly Robbins, lead practitioner at Center for Spiritual Living, Boulder Valley. Welcome to our online community. Colorado is now in a safer at-home phase of surviving the coronavirus pandemic and keeping our community safe. What this means for us is that we will continue throughout the month of May to provide our services online, community and connection via our website, YouTube channel, and on Facebook. In this week's service, you'll find an opportunity to deepen your connection with your spiritual self through music, inspiration, spiritual practice, and our message. We will also share with you a variety of ways to continue to give financially, opportunities to give back through outreach activities, and a variety of options to virtually connect safely with others. I invite you to sit back, relax, open your heart, clear your mind, and connect with your divine self as we begin the service. Thank you for being a part of our online community, and enjoy.
Hello, CSL Boulder Valley. I'm Claudia Milner. I'm a practitioner here at this center, and I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Today is May 10th, 2020, and yes, it's Mother's Day. So welcome, settle in, and enjoy our service. We have a good one for you. So I'm going to start with an opening prayer. So if it feels comfortable, closing your eyes, settling into this moment. And I recognize that there is nothing outside of the one power presence, the vibration of love that moves in and through and as everything. And in this moment, I bless the time ahead, the time that we of coming together, of sharing, of being together, even if we're apart, that spiritual connection that enables us to feel connected and loved and supported. And so I know this time that we have together, the time moving forward, is a blessing, and each of us is blessed just simply for tuning in and being here together. It is with such gratitude that we are able to do this and be together, blessing each other from afar or near. And so I release our time together knowing it is blessed, we are blessed, and so it is. So another way that we can connect with each other in addition to through prayer is by speaking our purpose, our mission, and our vision. So join me, either saying it out loud or silently to yourself, knowing that as we share these words, we speak these words, we are doing it together. There's that connection. So our purpose is celebrating divinity, embracing humanity, and creating community. Our mission is providing tools and support to awaken our community to its spiritual magnificence. And our vision, inspiring and uplifting every one of us to transform the world. And so it is. And I bring your attention to the candle behind me, and I want to talk about that for just a second, and that it's a representation of the light that is within each one of us, that is ever burning, always burning, always illumined. And so even though we blow out candles, please know that candle, that flicker, that spark within each of us never goes out. For you are a child of God, and that is a constant in who we are. So in times of challenge or in times of joy, know that it is always, always there. So in honor of Mother's Day, I have a tribute from Thomas Edison to his mother. He says, "I did not have my mother long, but she cast over me an influence that lasted all my life. The good effects of her early training I can never lose. If it had not been for her appreciation and her faith in me at a critical time in my experience, I would never likely have become an inventor. I was always a careless boy, and with a mother of a different mental caliber, I would have turned out badly. But her firmness, her sweetness, her goodness were potent powers to keep me on the right path. My mother was the making of me. The memory of her will always be a blessing to me." And from Irma Bombeck, "I suppose every child remembers some special virtue their mother has, some piece of wisdom that has saved them from disaster, or a word that made the path infinitely easier. I love my mother for all the times she said absolutely nothing. The times when I fell flat on my face, made a lousy judgment, and took a stand that I had to pay dearly for. Thinking back on it all, it must have been the most difficult part of mothering she ever had to do. Knowing the outcome, yet feeling she had no right to keep me from charting my own path. I thank Mother for all her virtues, but mostly for never once having said, 'I told you so.'" And from a 5-year-old child says, "God makes mothers out of clouds and angel hair and everything nice in the world, and one dap of mean." So in anticipation of today's message, please repeat with me the affirmation. My heart is overflowing with wisdom and love. My heart is overflowing with wisdom and love. And I would like now to introduce Karen Karsch. She's a singer, songwriter, and she's sharing our beautiful music again with us, her words and her brilliant divine being. We're so grateful to have you, Karen. Thank you.
All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines on every face. All that I need comes to me. We're gonna sing it one more time again. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines on every face. All that I need comes to me. Sing that last line again. All that I need comes to me. One more time. All that I need comes to me. Last one's mine. All that I need comes to me.
I don't know about you, but I got goosebumps, God bumps. Karen, we are just so blessed to have you. So let us settle in for a prayer, treatment for our center. And it is with those divine words, that divine music that allows our souls to relax, be present, feel joy. I just now affirm and confirm the well-being, the groundedness, the centeredness of every member of this community. Knowing that whatever hardships or challenges that are happening in this moment, I just speak the word of affirmation that there is an ever presence of the divine within and as each one, bringing prosperity and abundance and joy and light and love, of laughter, of grace. saturating every aspect of who each member is with this divine guidance, divine support, divine nurturing. And I know the goodness and the well-being of each member and each member's family, and extend it out as we radiate this light, this love, this truth of who we are. And for our center itself, just a word of gratitude for the continued support that we have, that we are to each other. Knowing it is a bright beacon of hope and love and joy, moving out from our hearts into the community and beyond, touching, blessing, honoring, and seeing others for the divine beings that they are. So it was with a grateful heart that I release my words into the law, knowing that the law always says yes. Always says yes. We are always supported. So I release, I let go. I know all is well. And we can say together, and so it is.
Alleluia, 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 Alleluia. We are one now. 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 So we sing hallelujah. Alleluia, 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 Alleluia.
Hallelujah. That one word says it all, doesn't it? So our speaker today is a coach, a minister, a speaker, a facilitator, and in no specific order. Our speaker is Dr. David Goldberg. He is the founder and principal of Conscious Communication, a firm that specializes in leadership development, interpersonal communication, training, coaching, public relations, and crisis communication. Not much this gentleman does not do. Dr. David comes to us to share his vast experience from corporate and nonprofit worlds, his extensive travel, and his advanced degrees, all wrapped up into his ministry and into his message today. So he's a passionate people person. After all, he is a founding board member of the Up With People International Alumni Association. And Up With People is truly a people person organization. And as he states on his website, I stand ready to bring my heart, mind, and wealth of experience. It is my great honor to welcome my friend, David Goldberg.
Good morning. Thank you, Claudia, for that introduction. It's always a joy to be in service with you, my friend. So it was a hot August many decades ago, and my mom was 9 months pregnant when she learned that she had severe appendicitis and was rushed to the hospital. So the doctors were having a conversation with her, and they said in no uncertain terms, we need to remove your appendix and we'll just get your baby while we're in there. And she looked at them and she said, no, you won't. He'll come out when he's ready. So they removed her appendix. They put a big bandage there because they couldn't stitch her up. And then I made my entrance several hours later in the wee hours of the morning. And all of that to say, thank you. Thank you to all of the mothers who have given birth. Thank you to those who are mother by any other definition, grandmother, stepmother, pet mother, adopted mother, mother of choice, whatever that looks like, for all who nurture life in all forms, bringing the divine feminine to the family, to the planet, regardless of gender. Thank you, and thank you for your service. You know, as I was thinking about my talk today, I learned that the first sense to develop in the embryo is sound. And the first sound that we all hear as a brand new embryo is that of our mother's heartbeat. It is that primal tone. It is that primal pounding. It is that primal urge and surge that is so nourishing and so giving of life. And that is where our intuition resides. And that is where we tap into whenever we need or want guidance. It is forever giving. It is forever supportive. It is forever helping us remember our own divinity. So it is in that space that we explore today how we can listen to our own heart. And I offer you 3 ideas in that regard: that we want to center, we want to listen, and we want to act. And when we speak about centering, we live in a world that up until at least a couple of months ago was so fast and so active that many of us were constantly going, constantly striving, constantly achieving. We were driving here and there, we were flying here and there, we were on conference calls and conference videos around the world. And now, as we define our new normal, it allows us the opportunity to go within, literally and figuratively. So while I acknowledge the tremendous challenges that so many face all around the world, and while I express my heartfelt gratitude for all who are doing all that they can to keep us safe and keep us healthy and keep our economy moving, I also want to express that it is absolutely okay for you to take a moment to go within, to explore what is right for you as we come out of the other side of this. How are you personally choosing to benefit from the cosmic pause? So when we go within, we are quieting our mind, whatever that looks like, whether for 2 minutes or 20 minutes or 2 hours. There's no right or wrong. It just allows us that moment to be quiet. So whatever question you have, you can certainly take that into meditation, into your centering time, into your quiet time. And when we're quiet, that allows the universe the opportunity to respond, you see. Because it's been said, when we pray, we are beseeching or we are asking in one form or another, either for ourselves or for a family member or somebody that we're supporting. And when we center, when we meditate, when we go within, we're listening. So I don't know about you, but I've had more than one occasion where I have said that I didn't think that the divine was listening to my prayers. I pray and I treat and I meditate and I do everything that I know how to do, and no result and no result and no result. Well, based on my own experience, my friends, I invite you to consider being in that place of centering, being in that place of quiet, because our relationship with spirit, our relationship with the divine, however you choose to define it, is mutually beneficial, and it is two-way. So when I'm quiet, I allow for those messages, I allow for those answers, and I allow for those responses. And that is what I know to be true. It is, in quoting Glinda, the Good Witch, everything you were looking for was there within you all along. Isn't that the truth? Frequently, we're looking outside. We want more. If I do more, if I behave differently, if I get more, if I find the right person, then everything is well. And what I'm suggesting is everything is well right now. And you have the opportunity to recognize that from within yourself. Because what we know as metaphysicians is everything is created twice. Once in mind, once in consciousness, and then again in physical form and physical presence. So I invite you to start by doing that centering work, going within to make yourself even more valuable for your loved ones, for your family, for your friends, for all whom you choose to serve in the world. You know, I also love this quote. One of my favorite authors is Mark Nepo. I loved being able to spend time with Mark at a couple of workshops. I also very much enjoyed our personal time when I interviewed him for a magazine article I wrote several years ago. And Mark writes, early on, the immensely gifted boy was listening to the waterfall of music, cascading out of the eternal silence while holding off the storm of the world. He kept working his gift as his gift worked him. He kept searching for the still point, not to retreat from life, but from which to engage the music of life more directly. And that's from Mark's book, 7,000 Ways to Listen. The second opportunity, speaking of listening, is indeed listening. You know, physiologically speaking, it's been said that we were born with 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so that we might listen twice as much as we speak. Because when I speak, I'm sharing what I know, or I'm pontificating about what I think or what I think I might know. And when I listen, I might learn something new. The invitation then is to find the still point, find the sweet spot of quieting the mind and listening to the heart. What is the message? What is the wisdom that the divine is trying to impart to you? Because you see, with no disrespect to any of my ministerial colleagues or any clergy around the world, you don't need us. You have direct access to the divine. You have direct access to the wisdom of the universe. It's simply a matter of allowing yourself to be quiet, to simply get out of your own way and access that wisdom in the way and the time and the space and the place that is perfect for you. You know, again, one of my most favorite authors is Ernest Holmes, and he writes in The Science of Mind, "The universe holds nothing against us. No matter how many mistakes we have made, we are still perfect beings within, and the within may become the without if we carefully train ourselves to listen to the inner voice of truth, which speaks to us in our moments of quietness and solitude." I love Ernest. I find him a little obtuse at times. And so more succinctly, Mother Teresa wrote, "God speaks in the silence of the heart. Listening is the beginning of the prayer." The third piece then in listening with our hearts is taking action. Because prayer or intention without action isn't nearly as powerful as combining the two. And when we're in the practice of listening to our hearts, we are then able to be in relationship with others in a more authentic and comprehensive way. Empathetic listening, always connected, and know that there is just one thing going on. It is that one power, that one presence that is all-encompassing, in, around, and through, as above, so below. It is that one power that I choose to call Spirit. So listen to your hearts, my friends. Center, listen, act. That is where the power is. And again, I offer my congratulations and a happy Mother's Day. to all who have given birth and all who nurture life in all its forms. I honor Teresa and Dave, who have 2 adopted children. I honor Kent and James, who also have 2 adopted children. I honor Amy and Derek, who have a fur baby who has their heart. I honor Christopher, who is raising 4 girls by himself. I honor Margie, who is raising her granddaughter. You know, as I think about this, as I think about Mother's Day, as I think about listening with our hearts, I think about a song. Some of you who know me know that I spent some time in the musical group Up With People. And one of the songs that we sang as we toured the world is a song called Here's to All You Parents. And while I am clear of most of my gifts, I'm also clear that singing is not one of them. So I will just share with you some of the lyrics of the song. It starts off with, here's to all you parents raising kids while your kids are raising Cain. You're driving them all over town, and they're driving you insane. It's the toughest undertaking that anyone can do, and you may get the feeling that it's overtaking you. And then it goes on to say, from the time you're as high as a knee, you dream of what you want to be, and then you go out and study and work for a degree. But there's one occupation where there's no PhD. You just cross your fingers and you knock on wood when you take on a thing called parenthood. And finally it says, you're a coach and a teacher, a cook and a preacher. You're the layer down of laws. 1 minute you're the villain, and the next you're Santa Claus. And they ask why to everything, and you wisely say, because. You just cross your fingers and you knock on wood when you take on a thing called parenthood. So for all of those mothers, for all of those parents, for all of those nurturing life on the planet, I honor you, I support you, I am so grateful for you, and I love you. Please join me in prayer. Mother, Father, God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time together in community. What a blessing it is to be with friends, to be with family at Center for Spiritual Living Boulder Valley, in person, via the internet, through all of our technological means. It is all good because it is all God. You see, time and space are merely human constructs. So what I know is that there is a heart connection, and I call that in, and I strengthen that, and I lean into that, and I love that, and I simply allow that to be. So for all who are celebrating mothers today, in any form, the divine feminine, the nurturing of life on the planet, I say yes. I say you are connected with all whom you are honoring, whether in physical proximity or not. So please, beloveds, continue to let your energy flow, continue to offer your positive affirmations, continue to send your prayers out into the world, because that is how we are raising the vibration on the planet. That is who we are, and that is what we have come here to do. And as we choose to move into our hearts, to lead with our hearts, we know that it is absolutely perfect because it is divinely inspired, divinely ordained, divinely blessed. It is who we are. It is what we have come here to do. So I know for each being within the sound of my voice, I know that they are absolutely grounded in spirit and open at the top, whatever it looks like in their unique experience, however they are co-creating the brilliant, dynamic, amazing, nuanced, beautiful life with the divine. So I simply say thank you. I say thank you, I release, I let go, I allow it to be, knowing that it was done before it was spoken. I say thank you for this glorious community known as Center for Spiritual Living Boulder Valley. All is well with these beloveds. All is well with all on the planet. Thank you, God, and so it is.
David, thank you so much. You are a blessing and a gift to all of us. We love having you. I hope you'll come back again soon. what you've achieved. You gave me more than the gift of life. It means everything to me. You've given me the shelter of your love, and arms wrapped around me, lovingly, and in the shelter of your love and arms, I have found my way, protected, kept warm, in the shelter of your love and arms. Mama, you always knew the right words to say. Whenever I'd get scared, your love would chase the dragons on their way. And Mama, it's clear to me, you've given me the gift of love, the perfect legacy. You've given me the shelter of your love, and arms wrapped around me so tenderly, and in the shelter of your love and arms, I have found my way, protected, kept warm, in the shelter of your loving arms. In the shelter of your arms, I learned to stand up proud, cry a little when I had to, laugh right out loud. In the shelter of your arms, I learned to do my part. You taught me to give my all and love with all my heart. I have the shelter of your love and arms wrapped around me so tenderly, so lovingly, in the shelter of your love and arms. I have found my way, protected, kept warm, in the shelter of your loving arms. In the shelter of your loving arms.
And now, beloveds, I would offer our time of offering, our time of giving. Please do figure out a way to make your gift, to make your offering to Center for Spiritual Living Boulder Valley. It is your gift and your tithe that enables us to do the work of the good that continues to happen in this community and beyond. Please join me in our affirmation.
This perfect gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give, and joyously I receive, and so it is.
Thank you, Dr. David. Really appreciate your insightful and inspiring message that we get to take into the weeks ahead. And additional thank yous I'd like to express is to Karen Karsch, of course. She creates this music magic for our souls. And Catherine Snyder, technological master, making all of this happen. She also is magic. And I'd like to also thank Kelly Robbins, our lead practitioner. She's working behind the scenes to keep us all chugging. So thank you to all of you, and thank you for being here today. A couple of announcements before we finish up with Karen's music. So we are doing the outreach of Sister Carmen's Food Bank. Our board member Jim Shank will pick up your donations. Just give him a shout. Information is on our website. If you go to our website and click on ministries, then click on outreach. And I think it's the bottom one. So and you can find there the things that they're requesting or that they're needing. And so you can just check that out. So got a sewing machine? Join the stay-at-home mask sewing team. Twyla, who's a community member, has put together packets of 10 masks. They're ready-made. You just have to sew them together. And so the instruction and the materials are all provided. And this is to benefit Clinica Campesina of Lafayette. And these masks are then going to their employees who are then servicing their clients. So you can get a hold of Twyla at the number shown or at her Gmail account. And also this information is on the website. So I'd like to remind you of our connections that we have going on. Again, information is on the website, cslbouldervalley.org. And it also comes in the Monday email newsletter if you're on our mailing list. So this Tuesday morning at 9:30, that's May 12th at 9:30, the Meta Psychiatry Book Club and discussion is going to be happening. And it's on Zoom. You can get the link here on the website. So grab a cup of coffee and join practitioner Kelly Nunemaker in exploring the principles of Dr. Hora from his book, Beyond the Dream. And don't forget, we practitioners are here for you. Reach out to us for prayer, for a conversation, whatever you need. We're here for you. And you can get our information on the website. So it's with great gratitude that you joined us today and that you have allowed us to come into your home. That blesses us, and I know it blesses you. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers, regardless of who your children are or what they are, if they're four-leggeds or two-leggeds. And to close, we will speak the benediction together, and then Karen will play us out with her beautiful, beautiful music. So until next time, be well, know that you're loved, and do take care. I now walk so that whoever walks beside me dwells in the presence of God. I now listen so that whoever speaks with me knows I hear the voice of God. Whoever places a hand in mine is lifted, and whoever thinks of me is illumined with God consciousness. For Spirit and I are one eternally. And so it is.
Here we go, everybody. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Original music written and performed by Karen Karsch. Copyright held by Karen Karsch Crystal Music. All rights reserved.
Love